The sheep will undoubtedly be slaughtered, and the reason is because they're following along just like any good sheep does. That's what I'm talking about today, how the public is simply not looking at the real statistics. Instead, they're looking at the television and telling it and asking it what to do and just following right along. Nearly half of America lives paycheck to paycheck. You need to go out there and you need to speak to as many people as you can from different cultures. New immigrants coming into the country in previous generations found themselves in this situation. Now, today we have a much better welfare system, so the people find themselves on the welfare system when they can't find work. But previously, in other generations, it wasn't so generous. So these individuals will tell you that they are unable to pay for their bills, unable to pay for their food. And ultimately what happens there is they become distraught, they become aggressive, and things can happen where we are heading into that scenario yet again. So people are finding themselves without work, there's no money, so they have to get on the food stamps. This is something very, very serious, and I've gotten into it many times before. I'll move on quickly. Household debt for Canadians reaches an all-time high. Again, this is Canada, but it goes for everywhere in the world. They are now at all-time highs and simply not getting more money in to pay for their expenses. Now, part of this is the individual's own issues. They're not really paying down their debt, but a lot of it comes from the fact that they're not getting those raises and inflation is increasing at the same time. So they're trying to maintain a normal and steady life, but really what they have to do is continuously cut back on everything that they're doing in order to maintain the same level of their life here. So that's something that these individuals don't really notice, but somehow find themselves in that trap. Student loan debt hits a new high as millennials take poverty wage jobs. They're actually new graduates are coming out, they got this nice degree and they think everything's going to be fine. Instead, they're working jobs that are considered poverty wage. This is what happens with the whole system, the way it's designed. It is designed for us to fail. So we get into the mode. Now we're in debt. So now we have to work these low paying jobs. We get the high taxes and we are slaves to the debt system. They created a system based around this debt intentionally to trap us in it permanently. That's the way this system has been designed. It is, in a bad way, ingenious because 99% of the people find themselves trapped in it. That's something I do every day. I help people get out of that trap, whether it's the free information here on YouTube or in personal one-on-one consultations. That's what I do. I try to help people, and I hope to give out much more information here over the YouTube. Look at the new home sales. Plunging. Why? Because individuals are finding themselves in more and more debt. Of course, they cannot take on additional debt. Now, some of them are, but for the most part, people are finding themselves more and more poor. That's why we're getting the food stamp increases. That's why we're getting all these other indicators of actual poverty, not the government statistics. And the home sales are plunging. So that's all I wanted to get to in this episode here. Thankfully, I kept it short. I want you guys to all join the Money GPS Insiders. This is basically a way for me to get information I cannot get through YouTube right directly into your email inbox. There's going to be an email coming out hopefully tomorrow, and it's going to be some historic information in there, and then also we'll be doing unlisted videos and all sorts of other things that I can't do through the YouTube, but I can do it through this own system that I've figured out. So I hope everyone will enjoy it, and I've already got a huge response already. So I hope this continues on. I want to say hello to all the new subscribers. Thank you for joining me. And if you have any requests or any suggestions, or you want to contact me personally, the best place to do so is my email address, or even better, at the Money GPS Insiders. When you get on there, if you email that one, it's a first priority. Then my other email address, david@themoneygps.com, and then the comments are something that I try to reply to as many as possible. Take care.